After 60, something shifts. The world doesn't feel quite the same. Your schedule empties, your home gets quieter, and sometimes even the people you love most are no longer consistently present. But what if I told you that true support doesn't end with family? In fact, there are 6 powerful pillars of strength available to you right now. Each one can carry you, uplift you, and inspire you more deeply than you ever thought possible. This is not about surviving old age, it's about thriving in it. Number 1. Community engagement. Community becomes a lifeline when family is distant. Being part of a local group, a senior center, or even a gardening club connects you with people who value your presence. You're no longer someone's parent or retiree, you're a peer, a friend, a contributor. These relationships, built without obligation, often become more consistent than family visits. Engaging with others brings you back into the present moment. Whether you're joining a weekly art class or helping out at a food drive, community interaction makes your days feel purposeful. It's about being seen, heard, and appreciated, not for what you did in the past, but for who you are now. One of the biggest mental health boosters in later life is social interaction. It keeps the mind alert, fights off depression, and creates emotional stability. When you interact regularly with people who share your rhythm of life, you're reminded that you're not alone in your journey. In your community, you also get to give back. Your stories, your wisdom, your time, it all matters. Volunteering or mentoring allows you to create lasting impact while staying connected. You'll also notice that conversations in these spaces are deeper. People talk about real things, grief, growth, joy, and change. These shared experiences turn acquaintances into chosen family. Even in casual interactions, smiling at someone in the park, sharing a meal after yoga, you build emotional bonds. Over time, these moments compound into something much bigger, a reliable circle of belonging. When the family is busy or far away, your community becomes your home. And often, it's a more nourishing one rooted in empathy, not obligation. Number 2. Lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is a secret superpower after 60. The brain, contrary to popular belief, doesn't lose its ability to grow, it simply needs new fuel. Learning something new rekindles that fire inside you, the one that says, I'm still becoming. Whether it's enrolling in a philosophy course, learning to paint, or mastering email newsletters, learning gives your life momentum. Every lesson, every skill opens a new door. You don't need a degree, just curiosity and a willingness to explore. This process of learning isn't just intellectual, it's emotional. Each success builds confidence. Each new word remembered or task completed reminds you that age doesn't equal limitation. You are limitless. Socially, learning connects you with others who are also seeking growth. Study groups, book clubs, or online forums become fertile ground for friendship and support. You bond over what you're discovering, not just what you've survived. Learning also reshapes your self-image. You stop seeing yourself as someone winding down, and start seeing yourself as someone leveling up. There's power in that transformation. It also introduces joy. Imagine laughing while trying to play the ukulele for the first time or sharing a poem you wrote with a room full of strangers. These are the moments that make life vibrant. Family might love you for who you were. But learning reminds you who you still are. And that reminder is priceless. Number 3. Spiritual connection. Spirituality after 60 becomes less about rules and more about meaning. Whether through religion, nature, meditation, or simple reflection, finding a spiritual anchor provides emotional stability and peace. Spiritual connection offers answers to the questions that matter most. Why am I still here? What is my role in the bigger picture? What does it mean to let go? These reflections don't bring fear, they bring clarity. Unlike external support systems, spirituality is internal. It's with you when the lights are off, when the room is silent, when no one answers the phone. It's your silent partner through both joy and pain. Spiritual practice also invites routine. Morning meditation, evening prayers, quiet journaling, all of these build a rhythm that keeps you grounded in the now. In group settings, spirituality connects you with others on the same quest. Shared beliefs or values can forge deep bonds faster than surface-level conversation. It's a space where vulnerability is strength. Spirituality also supports healing. From grief to regret to fear of mortality, spiritual practices offer tools to navigate life's deepest emotions with grace. And as your spiritual foundation grows stronger, so do you. This pillar, often invisible, can be the most powerful force holding you upright. Number 4. Purposeful routine. Life after retirement can feel disorienting without structure. That's where a purposeful routine comes in. It's not just about staying busy, but about choosing how your time defines you. Creating a meaningful daily flow, whether it involves movement, creativity, service, or rest, builds a sense of control and pride. Each day becomes something you shape, not something you endure. Simple habits like making tea at the same hour, stretching in the morning sun, or feeding birds each afternoon build familiarity. These rituals are quiet reminders that life still has rhythm and beauty. Routines are especially helpful when emotions fluctuate. On difficult days, having a structure keeps you from spiraling. It acts like a compass, guiding you gently back to center. The best part? You design it. Unlike past decades ruled by jobs or parenting, your time now is yours. And when used with intention, even ordinary moments become sacred. A strong routine also supports physical health. Meal planning, hydration, light exercise, these daily anchors have long-term benefits, both physical and emotional. In the end, it's not the grand gestures that matter most. It's the repeated small acts that create a sense of identity and worth. And that's something family, no matter how loving, can't always provide. Number 5. Peer companionship. Friendships after 60 are something special. They're not rushed, not transactional. They're built on shared understanding, mutual respect, and often, a mutual past. When you talk to peers, you don't need to explain the aches in your knees or the silence in your home. They get it. There's comfort in that quiet recognition. No judgment. Just connection. These relationships are often more emotionally safe than family. You're not performing a role: parent, grandparent, counselor. You're simply you, and that is enough. Finding peers can come through hobbies, travel groups, classes, or even online spaces. You start with a common interest and before long, you're exchanging life stories and inside jokes. Some of these friendships may become as close as siblings, or closer. They walk beside you not because they have to, but because they choose to. That kind of loyalty is rare and beautiful. Whether you're laughing over coffee, texting each other health tips, or planning a road trip, these friendships bring energy and warmth back into your days. They may not share your bloodline, but in many ways, they share your heartbeat. That's what makes peer companionship one of the strongest supports you'll ever have. Number 6. Self-compassion. The final pillar, and perhaps the most important, is self-compassion. After years of taking care of others, it's time to care for yourself with the same tenderness and devotion. Self-compassion means silencing the inner critic. It means accepting your body, your memories, your emotions, without shame. You are not less, you are seasoned. And with that seasoning comes incredible flavor. It also means forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for things done or undone. For words said, or chances missed. Letting go is a form of self-respect. You begin to learn that rest is not laziness, that solitude is not loneliness, and that saying no is a powerful act of love toward yourself. Daily practices like journaling, meditating, and speaking kindly to yourself aren't silly, they're healing. They're how you rebuild the relationship with the one person who's been with you your entire life, you. Self-compassion also invites creativity. It gives you permission to try new things, make mistakes, and laugh while doing it. It creates a space where joy can return. And when others fail to show up for you, your own kindness becomes the pillow you rest on. It's your greatest ally, your unshakable foundation. As we age, many of us expect life to slow down. We brace ourselves for stillness, for fading relevance, for the painful truth that some people and places may drift away. But what we often fail to realize is that aging doesn't strip us of value, it reveals it. It's in these later years that our true essence begins to shine, not despite the challenges, but because of them. The 6 pillars we've explored: community, lifelong learning, spiritual connection, purposeful routine, peer companionship, and self-compassion are not luxuries. They are essentials. They form a new foundation that grows stronger precisely because it is chosen, not inherited. Unlike family, which is given to us, these supports are built brick by brick through intention, effort, and wisdom. Community keeps us visible. It reminds us that we are part of something larger, that our presence still matters in the lives of others. Whether it's a neighbor who waves each morning or a room full of friendly faces at a local gathering, those simple moments of acknowledgement can anchor our sense of belonging more deeply than any family phone call. Lifelong learning fuels us. When we learn, we expand not just our knowledge, but our sense of possibility. We prove to ourselves that the best parts of life aren't behind us. Curiosity doesn't retire. Growth doesn't age. With each new skill, we write a new chapter, one that declares, "I am still evolving." Spiritual connection grounds us. In a world that sometimes feels chaotic or lonely, spiritual practice helps us find peace. It may not erase pain, but it gives us the strength to hold it with grace. It teaches us how to find beauty in the ordinary and to trust the journey even when the road ahead is unclear. A purposeful routine gives our days shape. It transforms emptiness into opportunity. With structure, we gain momentum. We look forward to small rituals, and in doing so, we transform routine into sacred rhythm. Our days stop feeling like time to kill and start feeling like time to cherish. Peer companionship uplifts us. Friends who walk beside us in this season of life understand things our children or caregivers may not. They laugh with us without explanation, cry with us without awkwardness, and hold space for us without condition. These relationships often feel lighter and freer because they are built on choice, not duty. And then there's self-compassion, the quiet revolution that happens when we stop criticizing ourselves for aging and start honoring ourselves for surviving. When we forgive ourselves for not being who we once were and embrace who we are becoming, something magical happens. Peace finds a permanent place in our hearts. Together, these pillars do something extraordinary: they return our power. They shift the narrative from decline to rebirth, from isolation to interconnection. They remind us that while family may be part of our story, it does not have to be the whole book. We are allowed to seek support elsewhere. And more than that, we are worthy of it. This doesn't mean we stop loving our family. It means we stop depending on them to fill every emotional need. In releasing that expectation, we free ourselves from disappointment and allow other sources of love and connection to come in. It's not betrayal, it's evolution. Many people spend their older years grieving the loss of roles, relationships, and routines. But when you lean on these 6 pillars, you begin to gain instead new identities, new bonds, new reasons to wake up each day with a sense of hope and dignity. There is a quiet power in becoming your own foundation. A strength that doesn't scream, but stands tall. A joy that doesn't rely on others to arrive, it lives within you. And once you tap into that, no absence can shake you, and no silence can diminish you. This is the beauty of aging when it's supported by choice. When you no longer chase validation from people who can't give it, and instead nurture the things that consistently nourish you, your days become richer, not smaller. Your spirit expands, not shrinks. So if you felt lonely, forgotten, or unsure of your place in the world, know this: it is never too late to build again. These 6 pillars are not behind a locked door. They are around you right now, waiting to be noticed, embraced, and lived. And once you begin to trust in their strength, you'll find something even more powerful than support. You'll find liberation. And that is the true gift of growing older. There's a myth that the later chapters of life are meant to be endured quietly. But what if they're meant to be lived boldly? What if this is the time to speak your truth louder, to try things you never had time for, and to love yourself more fiercely than ever before? Aging isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of a deeper one, written with experience, freedom, and clarity. When you look around and see others your age finding joy, know that it's not luck, it's intention. They've chosen to build their support system. They've reached out, stepped forward, and said yes to life even when it hurt. You can do the same. Courage doesn't disappear with age, it just becomes quieter, more focused, and more enduring. Some days will still be hard. That's the truth. But hard days don't mean hopeless days. With these pillars around you, even the most difficult moments will have somewhere to lean. Pain may visit, but it won't stay long. Because in your world now, you've made room for light. You are allowed to rewrite your role. Maybe you're not the caretaker anymore. Maybe you're the storyteller, the artist, the mentor, or simply the joyful wanderer. Let go of what no longer fits, and embrace what finally feels right. And don't underestimate your influence. Younger people are watching. They see how you carry yourself, how you build happiness on your own terms, and they learn from it. You are not just living, you are leading, quietly inspiring others to see aging as a season of strength. The support you build now doesn't just serve you, it outlives you. It becomes your legacy. It tells the world that fulfillment after 60 is not only possible, it's powerful. Your life is proof that the heart doesn't expire with age, it expands. So stand tall on these 6 pillars. Let them hold you when the wind blows. Let them remind you, every single day, that your life still has depth, joy, and meaning. Not because others say so, but because you believe it, and you choose it.